So here we are in the Cessna 172 that was built for our aviation class here at Hayesville High School in North Carolina. And you can see what a beautiful place we live in. I'm about to come over the lakes that we have in our area here. I just want you to notice that we copied a lot of what we did from On the Glide Slope and his beautiful simulators that he has, and tried very hard to make ours duplicate what his was able to do, and just running into a few stumbling blocks on the way, like how to set these monitors up so that they look real when they're sitting on the runways. Right now we have a 70-inch monitor up front and a 32 on this side and a 32-inch monitor over on this side. And when we're in the air flying, they look pretty realistic. However, when they're on the runways and you can see actual lines, they do not line up. So I thought I'd bring you through a short program of what we built here. You can see that we're running iPads and an iPad here, some sci-tech equipment over here, as well as sci-tech equipment over here. And we have our sci-tech yoke, which instead of a normal mounting, you can see that we actually built it in so that it was mounted into the panel. And then down below we have our sci-tech multi-panel, and then we have our trusty rudders down here. And even though we're flying a 172, they did not have the 172 throttles, so we went for the Piper. And we're very happy with what we have here. Let me give you a full tour. As you can see, we have a custom seat that we have in there that's on sliders, so it slides back. And we did spend a little extra money putting in our paneling to make it look like the real inside of an airplane. I think that looks pretty fancy and sort of adds to it. As the instructor of this ground school, that is my desk where I get to set all the things that are going to happen and go wrong. And once again, there's a nice look from the outside looking into the cockpit. I think it's very immersive and looks pretty much like the real thing when we're flying. I'm going to take you around the outside and show you how we did some of the monitors. As you can see, this is the full flight simulator. We have our Hayesville High School logo, aviation, and it's a STEAM class, or a STEM class, that we're teaching here. And you can see that we have our computer is on a shelf in the back. And the three people that had the most to do with the actual construction, Rick Jones, David Brown, and his wife, Catherine Brown. Catherine was responsible for putting up these curtains which hide the monitors back here. Good job, Catherine. And as you can see, we walk around and take a look over here, and we have the same thing on this side, where we have the monitors are hidden behind the curtains so that there is nothing when people come in that doesn't look like it's nice. as you can see, we have all of our books and sci-tech equipment and King flight schools and everything for the kids to use. And then back here we have our computer that's all set up to run everything. And behind here, as I lean over the front here, we get a chance to look down and see all the equipment that we have running in the back. So it's very complicated when you start to look at how it was all put together, but on the surface it just gives the appearance of a very nice airplane. Let me see if I can't fly this over the lakes and give you a nice view of our area. Coming into view here is Hayesville, North Carolina. We're located up in the Smoky Mountains, and we have some beautiful lakes up here and mountains. So let's just pull the throttle back just a little bit here, and we'll see if we can't come down into town. This is actually the first day of daylight savings, so it's staying a little bit later. We don't have any control tower airports up here. It's all pretty much visual flight rules and just communication the easiest way we know how, which is just announcing where you are in the pattern and whatnot. So, alright, without making this too long, I think that's a pretty good idea of where we are and what we're doing. And on the glide slope, we thank you again for everything that you've shown us on your simulators, and we are still in the process of putting our major simulator that we've shown together, which is going to be the fuselage of a Cessna 172, and we'll catch you up on that very shortly.